Hi, I'm Debbie, and welcome to Divine Destiny with Debbie. Today we're reading for August 8th, 9th, 10th, and 11th, Monday through Thursday. Now, if you're looking for just your reading, your sign, or if you cross-watch, then go below and you can see the timestamp. And if you press on that, it should click you and pass you through this introduction. This introduction's for everybody. It will be on everybody's video. So just go down there and bypass. I hope you watch the introduction at least once, though. Anyway, I am going to be doing the readings for Monday through Thursday. I will be using my Radley Valentine decks, my Archangel Power Tarot cards, and my Guardian Angel Tarot cards. I will also pull one from my Emily Anderson Crystal deck. Now, for this, the introduction, to just kind of talk about what's going on in the world, I will use my Waite Rider deck, and I will use my Colette Baron Reed the Good Tarot. Now, I have prayed, meditated, and infused all the decks with Reiki energy, but remember, this is a general reading. It may or may not resonate. Take what you like, leave the rest. I'm an intuitive channeler. I open myself to higher power, God, Holy Spirit, and let the words just I try to let the words just flow out as they come. Okay, so now the 8th, we all know, because we've been talking about it, that the Lion's Gate portal is supposed to be completely open on the 8th. And it's supposed to shut around the 11th, 12th. Okay, so that 11th, August 11th does have some interesting energy with it too. But we'll get to that in a second. So August 8th, this is where it is totally open. There's many times that that people believe that there are, and they've actually been proven quite right about this, that portals do enter, between, or do open between interdimensions, interspace, between other planets too. So this is one of those times. This is with the star Sirius, a very large, this is why, they call this the dog days of summer because of Sirius. And so this is when some people, some areas can look up and see almost like there's two suns in the sky too, because it's a very bright star, and it comes very close to it, at least it appears to be very close to the sun. So that is on the 8th. Now on the 8th also, Venus, which is in Cancer right now, will be opposing Pluto, which is retrograde in Capricorn. Pluto destruction. Capricorn is, does have a lot of government, church, kind of the Hierophant type of energy to it. I'm kind of picking that up. But Pluto does have that tower energy, okay? But Cancer, Venus in Cancer, all about the home, love of home, opposing this destructive but yet rebuilding type of energy. So that's going to be on the 8th, along with the portal opening. Now we're going to jump to the 11th. The 11th's got a lot of stuff going on. So on the 11th, and I'm going to look at my things here. Now remember, opposing and squared are your harsher aspects, okay? Opposing means exactly what it is, kind of a tug of war. Opposite opinions, opposite ways of doing something. Squaring is kind of like, kind of like working out, trying to get outside the box, trying to get inside the box. There's a lot of pressure with squaring. Okay, so anyway, the nicer ones are your trining and your sextiling and stuff like that. Anyway, we go to the 11th where Venus will enter into Leo, okay? Now, that will happen, if I can see where that will happen. I had the time. I think it's in the afternoon. Here, let's put this one up. Yes. Okay, I'm sorry. Yes, it happens at 2:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And that will be on the 11th. And Venus entering Leo will actually work well for many people. There can be romances. There can be a lot of fire. There can be a lot of passion with that too. So then we have Mars, though. Oh, nope. On the 11th, we also have Leo squaring with Uranus, which is in Taurus. And a lot of Leos know that this is one of those other energies that's really been unexpected. Because remember, Uranus is expect the unexpected. It could be positive or negative. And this has really been in Leo job energies or job, in their job signs. So the fact that this is going on the 11th, There could be some really good job moves, or there can be some unexpected. Let's put it this way. There can be some unexpected things happening with jobs. We have Mars, which is in Taurus, sextiling Neptune, which is retrograde in Pisces. That's going to be very calming, very kind, there's possibilities. Dream big with that too. So then we have at 9:35 Eastern Time PM, we have the full moon in Aquarius. So this is Aquarius's full moon. Air energy, thought processes, Aquarius is very, really wants things to go well, not just for themselves, but for society in large. So it's, interesting because the full moon will be opposing, again, the sun and Venus, which is in Leo. So again, there might be a little bit of, there's going to be some interesting energies with that. I really can't tell you just yet. It will also, the full moon will be sextiling, though, with Jupiter, which is in Aries retrograde. And that can actually be very interesting new ideas, interesting ways of doing things. And it will also be conjunct. This is going to be these are going to be the two that it's going to be the interesting, really interesting stuff. The full moon in Aquarius will conjunct with Saturn, which is retrograde in Aquarius. And I've been talking about Saturn for so long. So now that it's really, the pressure is going to be on. So Saturn's going to be putting the pressure on the moon. The moon is going to be putting pressure on Saturn. And both of these will be putting pressure in Aquarius. And then we also have the full moon in Aquarius again, squaring with Uranus in Taurus. So again, the 11th is going to be it could be either a great day or it can be a very unsettling day. It could have lots of things to do with your home, your job, your career. And again, with that Uranus influence, it could be expect the unexpected. Either way we go. So that's kind of the overview for those days. It just seems so very interesting to me that it just never seems like things get into that peaceful mode. But you know what? Again, like I said, the Tower energy that we have been going through, everything has to come down, clear the way so that we can do that wonderful rebuilding. So let's see what's going to happen between the 8th and the 11th. Let's see. But remember too, it is a really good time to do that releasing, relinquishing, and requesting. It really is. Because, if especially that Saturn, if you want something gone from your life, get it up there. Now, again, I don't worship the moon. It does affect us. It does. It affects everyone down here. It affects our water energies too. So it is something. It is a divine creation. Oh, hard decisions to be made on the 8th. It does. What was I saying? It does. Affect us in many different ways, but it is something that, it is a divine creation. That's what I was trying to say. And I look at it as just another tool that connects to higher power. Okay, so let's see what we've got. But this is the 8 of Swords. Swords is our air energy. So a lot of this is that Aquarius energy, that Gemini energy, and that Libra energy. So Aquarius seems to be the energies that are really strong for this time period here. So it is about thinking things through, making plans, hearing news. The only thing with this is it just seems like people are overwhelmed with the decisions that they have. It's not a 2. 2 would be more, clear cut. There's just all this overwhelming energy, your thought processes. You're thinking, which way do I go? Where do I go? How do I free myself? So the 8, of course, and remember, numbers are important. The 8 is the number of opportunity, unlimited opportunities, unlimited possibilities. But we have to have our eyes open in order to see those possibilities. And we cannot let, what is it? The only thing we have to fear is fear itself. So this does have a lot of fear energy going on with it. It just makes it feel very much that the, like which way do I go? Where do I go? What am I supposed to do? I just feel, overwhelmed. However, the thing about this, and remember, tarot is to find the path, the better path, or to provide you choices with paths. The thing about this is that the worry and the fear is not really as bad as what you might think it is. You know, this is traditionally that this is an illusion. It's an illusion of being trapped. This person is not. These swords do not surround her. At any point, these ropes, these binds, they can slip off of her. She can wiggle her way out of this. She can make these changes. She just is, right now, she's just a little trapped. She's trapped with her fears, and it's time for her to, pony up and just say, no, we gotta move. We gotta move this right now. So it's an interesting energy. Let's see what we've got on the other ones. Okay, here we go. Next one is Judgment. Interesting with that too. So we have a 20. There's our two choices, crossroads, decisions again. 0 is God, source, energy. Now, Judgment is looking at things real. No illusions, nothing but real. This is the facts. This is what happened. It's looking at things and not trying to find excuses. Facing. Is it facing your fears? It definitely could be. Because when you do these things, you find that they're not going to be as bad as you really think they are. It's kind of like calling that creditor up that might be, you're like, oh, I really should talk to them, but maybe not today. And once you do talk to them, there's a plan put into place, hopefully, and at least you know what you have to battle, what you have to fight, okay? So Judgment in itself is really just looking at things in reality, looking at what is going on in the truth. Now, the other thing about Judgment means that once you face these fears, face this reality, especially I'm kind of pulling in that Saturn going on that's, did I say it was opposing the full moon? I think so. So anyway, while that was going on, it's really saying, illusion versus reality. But once you face it, it falls off of you. Forgiveness is there, not only the forgiveness of your higher power, but also of yourself, and you're able to move on to something much better, something much more beautiful, something that's more fulfilling for you too. So let's see what we've got here. And there's your fulfillment. There's your star. So we have a 17 here. So that's a 1-7. 1 is a new beginning. 7 is a divine number. It's a divine umbrella, divine intervention, divine interference many times. The star brings hope. So you go from hiding out. You go from I don't really know, and I don't mean you per se. I'm just saying the energies go from hiding out, feeling overwhelmed, feeling like how do I even break free? What do I do? Again, it's only an illusion. Now, the Judgment makes you look at things, or not, the world makes the world look at things. This is the reality of life. This is the reality that's going on in the heavens. Remember, these are major arcana cards. These are universal cards. So here we are, and we are in many ways at mercy of this, but this does have a lot of mercy to it. So we have the star. We have the star card. We have the one that is basically caring for both the waters and the earths. We have the star that brings about hope, that brings about new possibilities, making a wish upon a star. So, and it's interesting how these two did fall out. This one is the one that jumped, and this is how they came out. Again, I really get you have to look at things. You have to look at things clearly. And also, too, watch the ego. Ego, we always have to be careful about that devil energy, that ego energy, okay? It's one of those times that if you're right, you're right, and if you're wrong, you're wrong, and it's okay to admit both of these. But if you're wrong, ego tends us to just kind of not want to deal with that in itself. Okay, anyway, let's see what Colette Baron Reed has to say. This card is like that, so we're going to pop that out. Let's see. 6. So 6 is the number of man. Again, this is your major arcana card. So the number of man, it's the efforts you put into something. It is the lover's card or the love card. It is, this is the angel that usually is with this is Raphael or Ariel. Okay, Ariel does bring about a lot of connection with the earth. Raphael is about healing. Okay, so there is this healing, there is this chance of growth, there is this chance of loving. There is this chance of new relationships going on during this week also. So the love card, it could be it could be that new future. It could be whatever the dream is coming. The lovers, could be just finding that connection with your heavenly father, your heavenly mother, angels, whoever that is. So, there is healing with this. There is that connection, that earth source type of connection with this. There is some pillars here. So there is, I'm wondering, there is some of that gate energy with this also. But again, love is a choice. Do we take it? Do we make the choice? A lot of times with choices, we always think that we have a lot of choices. And to some extent we do have choices. But our choices are all based upon others' choices. So it's always interesting. But love is the way. Okay. Okay. Anyway, interesting with this. Interesting. Let me know what you're thinking about it. And let me know what you read in these cards. I'd love to hear you with that. Now, take a moment, please, to like, share, subscribe, click on that bell for notifications. Happy Lionsgate Portal Day. Happy full moon. Let's work with this, keep our vibrations high, and let's make sure that we're the light balance. Okay? Okay. So let's start our readings now. Hello, my Tauruses. Well, yeah, Uranus and Taurus, you're still in the game here, especially with this full moon. So what does that mean for you, my Tauruses? We will see. We will see. Except you're more active than normal. You are more active and you are making changes. You yourself should be making some big changes now. Okay, let's see. Let's see what higher power. I feel like a lot of your constraints you've broken out of them. Let's put it that way. You have, kind of, again, that Eight of Swords that, in the beginning, you are really breaking free of a lot of those binds, okay? A lot of those ropes that hold you back. You're kind of like not dealing with that. No, actually, you are dealing with it. You're just not dealing with it as you normally did. Okay? There's a little bit of a rebellious spirit going on for my Tauruses, and I love it. I do love it. But then I'm a fire sign. I'm a Leo, so I love that rebellion in you. Anyway, let's see what we have here for my Tauruses. These two reversed. First card is perspective. So we have our Hanged Man. Hanged Man. How do you look at things? Look at things a little differently. You are probably going farther than you actually thought you were. Maybe you haven't reached that goal yet. Maybe you haven't reached that point where you make that decision, but you are farther along than you have thought you have been. Okay? Now, perspective is also about, having trust, having faith in a higher power, God, universe, however you want to say that, and knowing that it's part of that 3 to 4 to 5D type of ascension that you probably are hearing a lot of people talk about. It's an acceptance. It's kind of like, maybe I don't have the control that I would like to have. We all think that, yes, we do have free will, but where our decisions are based upon other people's decisions also. So our control, we do have some control, but we don't have as the control that we always think. So my Tauruses, before I get on my tangent with that, you are coming to this point of really, of a really interesting, I can say acceptance again, but it's like you're coming to this point of figuring things out in some ways also. So there's this, like I said, there's a little bit more rebellious energy, but it's because you're seeing things clearer. You're seeing, you're figuring things out, and there's just something about what you're going through that's just kind of saying, now, if it's not me, then who else? Okay, who's going on with this one? I don't know, but this is a 12, so we have a 1, new beginning, 10, transition. 2 is choices. Add, decisions, crossroads. 1 plus 2 is a 3, celebration, basically celebration, also the power of 3, okay? Say something, do something 3 times. Archangel Shamuel, creativity, that's the other thing I was thinking of. So we have, there's a better way, pause for reflection and insight, dare to be different. Again, I feel like you are being different. You are being a little more, and I'm not saying that you're this total rebel or that you're doing, that you're just, oh, be afraid of Taurus. No, but you're doing things differently than maybe what your parents have told you to do, maybe what your spouses or significant others. There's just a difference. There's just a new sense that, a new sense of purpose, and you're also claiming it too. And there's this ascension, there's this acceptance, there's this, okay, and then, if you fall, you get up again. There's something different, and it's all coming through with this card. Let's see here. Let's see here what we've got, my Taurus. Solutions. So this is Temperance. This is Archangel Zadkiel of the Violet Light. We have that 1-0 energy again, but we have a 4 energy. Stability, leadership, organization. 1 plus 4 is a 5. Change. So we have a 1-2, 1-4. Archangel Zadkiel, Violet Light, really very connected. One of those connections with the higher power that's very, very strong. A lot to do with your crown chakras too, and also to your intuition, which my Taurus is very psychic, very psychic. You pick up other people's feelings very quickly. The question is for you is to make sure that you're not claiming those as your own. Okay, but we've talked about that before. Anyway, this is Temperance, this is Solutions, and like I said, you're seeing things. You're really seeing things, and things are clicking for you. But you're not seeing things just on that natural level. You're seeing things on that supernatural level. My Taurus is I would not want to get into a debate with you about metaphysical energies right now because you're just very succinct. You just know what you're talking about. So this week is really about that. Is really about you seeing things clearly, knowing things clearly, ascension, growing, whatever they want to say, the DNA, whatever they're talking about with that. Things changing for you, connecting again. It's just that you're leveling up. This is a leveling up type of energy for you, my Tauruses. Hope that makes sense to you because it's just there's a lot. Anyway, success that comes from objective compromise, self-control and patience, forgiving and healing energies. So let's see what we've got here. The Page of Raphael. So we have a 1-2, 1-4, Page of Raphael. Now, Raphael pages have dual energies. There is the Earth energy, your energy, Capricorn and Virgo energy, money, job, career, very tangible energy. But then we have Raphael. Then we have the water energy on top of that. And water and earth need each other. Too much water, things flood. Too little, or if the earth is too harsh or arid, then the water can't seep in. So it needs a really good balance, which is part of that solutions, which is part of that temperance energy here too. So we have the Page of Raphael, money, job, career. Like I said, water is spiritual, emotional, very intuitive energy too. Pages love to go after new things. So there is, whatever this is that's going on here, you're really liking it. You're really using this to your benefit. It's helping you to launch something new, okay? It's helping you to, that emotional bind, the emotional bonds that you're having maybe with other people too. Okay, there's just this understanding, and you're probably kind of worrying some of the people around you because they're like, wow, Taurus, you generally aren't, I'm not saying that you're not understanding, but you're usually a little more driven, and yet this has such wonderful, this is just really self-discovery, self-metamorphosis, energy all around you. Can't really just say it's leading you to new places. It is leading you to new places. Here we go. So the page of Raphael is gentle, loving, dreamy, open-hearted. A new emotional situation, messages regarding relationships or social invitations. Great intuitive insight. So we have that intuition again going on here. So there's major arcana here, major archangel energy here. It's putting you in a better place. It's opening you up to more opportunities. Again, these aren't just in the work. This isn't just in the natural. This has a lot of the supernatural energy for you. So what are you going to do with that one? Okay, let's see what we have here for my Tauruses here. Solutions, perspective, page of Raphael, 4-1-2-1 if you go backwards. 3-5-5-3 if you bring them to that. 3-5 makes an 8. Unlimited opportunities, possibilities here. So it's just that the clarity of purpose and the clarity and you see what you need to do. You see what you need to do, my Tauruses. So let's see. And it's divinely inspired. It's divinely inspired. Okay, let's see what the guardian angels have to say for my Tauruses. Here we go. 4 of action. I think Virgo got this card. See, if you have any Virgo, or maybe it was Capricorn, one of the earth energies that I just did. So if you have any earth energies, other earth energies, do some cross-watching is what I'm trying to say. So 4 has that stability. Action is the fire energy. Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries. This is your hard work and sincere efforts lead you to a sense of safety, contentment, and financial security. You deserve to take a break and enjoy the magnificent life you've created. It may be time to celebrate a wonderful event such as an engagement, a wedding, buying a new home, or the birth of a child. And that page of Raphael could have some of that, those dreams being fulfilled energy here too. It's just that the clarity, it's just, how you're seeing things now. It's a lot of the veils have been lifted from your eyes. And I think that my Tauruses, you've been probably feeling a lot of these ascension symptoms that I post. I post on I post. And, yeah, well, and it makes sense because you're very intuitive, you're very psychic, so why not? Anyway, let's see what crystal or energy we have for my Tauruses. So be understanding for this week, just because these energies are more supernatural than they are in the natural. So the supernatural does affect the natural. So be more understanding with yourself and also with others. This one is reversed. Ametrine, that popped up for somebody too. Spiritual guidance, angelic realms, clears stress, truths revealed. A lot of purple there. Anyway, yes, and the Archangel Zedkiel, purple light. Anyway, my Taurus is interesting stuff. This seems like it's a big, even though the cards weren't like real jumping, this seems like it's a big spiritual evolution for you coming. Anyway, my Tauruses, take a moment, please, to like, share, subscribe, click on that bell for notifications. As always, my Tauruses, know that you are loved, stay shining, and be blessed. Bye-bye.